Minister, over to you.
Shafon?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Good morning, all colleagues, members of the media, and fellow South Africans. Today we gather not only to give an update, but to honor the memory of those whose dignity was stolen through centuries of injustice. The Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, together with our partners in justice and defense, is proud to announce two major national initiatives. One, the reburial of Khoi and San ancestral human remains. Two, the second phase of the exile repatriation project, something that the Government of National Unity has made a priority. His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa is very clear that we have to bring back our heroes. These are not just projects for us. They are acts of justice, remembrance, and healing. They affirm our government's commitment to restore dignity, promote cultural restoration, and confront the painful legacy of apartheid. These initiatives are about rehumanization. They are spiritual, but most importantly, they are necessary. The first one, which is the reburial of Khoi and San ancestral human remains. And while I'm here, I must welcome one of our leaders in the Khoi and San community and fraternity, Chief Petrus Falboy, who has been fighting this fight for recognition to bring back the remains. And it gives me great joy today that a fight that he has been gallantly fighting is coming to the end through victory of all the people that you see here today. So for generations, the remains of South Africa's first people, the Khoi, San, and other indigenous groups were stolen from their graves. These ancestors were treated like objects and as objects. They were displayed in museums, studied in labs, and held in foreign institutions without consent or respect. We are correcting those injustices now. Key actions that we will be taking as the Government of National Unity, that we will have the reburial of 58 ancestral remains originating from the Northern Cape. Hence, I have my colleague, MEC Matika, here. This is being done in full consultation with the communities concerned. The process is led by our implementing partners, Zico Museums of South Africa, SARA, South African Heritage Resource Agency. It is guided by the Northern Cape Reburial Task Team, representing the Nama, Griqua, Korana, and San communities. What does reburial truly means? It is not just about returning the remains to the soil. It is about restoring dignity. It's about fulfilling cultural and spiritual obligations. It's about healing the deep wounds of dispossession and, most importantly, historical erasure. International cooperation. We are in active talks with the Hunterian Museum at the University of Glasgow to return more Khoi and San remains. Our people are all over the world, and this government is caring enough to say, go get the remains of our people. We call on all institutions, both here and abroad, to engage in honest and active-driven processes of restitution and repatriation. 2, the Exile Repatriation Project Phase 2. As you know, last year we brought back Duma Nokwe, Petal February, Memu Posho, Tot Machikitsa. We brought back 45 of our heroes. And that program is continuing with the instruction from the government that it should be sped up. This program is phase 2. Thousands of our people went into exile during the liberation struggle. Many never came home. Some died unknown, buried in unmarked graves, without their families having the chance to mourn. Why does this matter? The Exile Repatriation Project is about bringing our freedom fighters home. It is a moral duty. We are doing no family a favor. It is a duty, a moral one. It's a national responsibility. These were people who gave everything for our liberation. Everybody in this room and everybody watching, we owe those families a great debt of gratitude. The background and the mandate. This work follows the request from the president that was made by the military veterans to the president, President Ramaphosa, in 2019 already. It forms part of the response by the Presidential Technical Task Team. Cabinet approved the national policy for the repatriation and restitution of human remains and heritage objects in 2021. The policy offers a clear framework of how we return and honor those who died in exile. As part of the second phase of our 5-year repatriation program, launched in September 2024, a joint delegation of the people in the room will travel to Angola, Lesotho, Zambia, Zimbabwe. The mission will include inspection of cemetery records, grave mapping, historical and archival research. Most importantly, a call to the public is being made. We urge former exiles, comrades, and families to assist us. If you have names, photos, dates, or locations, no matter how small, please come forward. You can submit this information via the online form at www.sara.org.za. Exile repatriation. I have to repeat that. We call on the public, if you have got a family member that went into exile, this is not a paper exercise for us. This is an actionable exercise. Please come forward with photos. We want to give families closure. And those that don't understand and call this a waste of time, because I saw some people said it's a waste of money, I want to address that by saying this is not an act of charity. This is an act of justice. As a democratic state, it is our duty to restore the dignity of the dead and bring peace to the living. Let us walk this path of remembrance and nation building. So I want to answer a question that I know will come. How much will this cost? We don't know yet. But it can't cost enough. It can't cost enough because people gave their lives. You can't put a cost to a life. And to those out here that says, let us forget, let's move on. Why do we need to waste money? I have a question for you. If somebody picks up your father or your daughter or your son and they say they are police and they take them from your house now at 8 o'clock and you never see them again, would you not want to know what happened to them? That is what we are doing here. We are bringing back, I'm even tempted to say by fire or by force, but we are bringing back, we must not be apologetic. I don't want anybody here to be apologetic about this exercise. We are decisive. We are bringing back our people. I am the son of a mother that had a brother that never came back. My mom died of a broken heart. So if you don't understand what families go through, we want to bring closure. And under the great leadership of His Excellency President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, which gave me a clear line of march, go and get our fallen heroes. And during this term of the GNU, we want to make sure they come back. I don't want to say during my term as a minister, because you know, as a minister, your term can change even midnight tonight. If there's a reshuffle, you never know. But the GNU, that is not a Mackenzie or a Mabe or a Mutsecha program. This is the program of the government of national unity. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. I will now open the floor for questions and answers. Please introduce yourselves and the media house that you are representing. Can I also be advised if are there any media houses online? If so, please, you will indicate so that I also acknowledge them and give them an opportunity. Leaders from entities will also assist in responding to questions, and the minister will come last to give response to questions directed to him and give us a way forward. The floor is open. Okay.
Thank you. It's Kenya Panga from SABC News. Minister, is there a timetable that you've set for your task teams to complete phase 2? And then during the main ceremony, we saw those remains from Zambia return to the country. It was made clear by the missing persons task team that some areas would be incredibly difficult to retrieve those remains, such as Angola. What is the plan for those particular families? Have they been consulted since that main ceremony about an alternative symbolic ceremony to complete that particular phase of restorative justice, knowing that you won't be able to get into those active scenes and retrieve those remains for those particular families?
Thank you. The second one.
Turkmen Terzi representing Turkish. Minister McKenzie, given that countries like Angola, Lesotho, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and many others, Tanzania, sheltered South African freedom fighters during the liberation struggle. So is your department considering any cultural sport exchange and commemorative partnership to honor this nation for the historic support? Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Okay. All right. I want to invite Ntaten Dima. Ntaten Dima. Director Ndima, please come forward. Just to come give us a quick background on timeframes and other logistics involved in undertaking the second phase. And maybe we allow for further questions and invite the minister to come and give us a way forward.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. Just to say that the reason why the minister is making this announcement is to reach out to the families out there to start cooperating with us as we look for this information. We are planning between June and July to visit Angola and other countries that the minister has mentioned, so that we can start looking at the cemetery records, grave mapping, and do all the necessary work that needs to be done before the exhumations take place. I know that there is an issue around Angola and the difficulty in terms of going to some of the grave sites there. Our approach that we have agreed upon is moving from the simple to the complex. We'll start in areas that are easily accessible, whilst research on the background is happening on the more complex areas. You would know that some of the grave sites in Angola are still mined, so we still need to work with all the authorities in Angola to also look at demining and all those complex processes. But we should be able to, within this financial year, bring some of the remains. It would be work in progress because of the complexity of the terrain. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll open for further questions. Okay. I see hands at the back. Online. Okay.
These are questions from the online platform. Shannon Merritt from Kasi, BC, Africa. Mzansi Golden Economy should start on the 1st of July as 2025 as per the advertising for funding. Number one, how many people applied for funding? Question number two, how many people got approval for funding? The last question, how many people received the money on or before the 1st of July 2025 to start the Mzansi Golden Economy programs in townships? These are all questions directed to the Minister. Thank you. That's all we have for now.
Right. The second one?
The second question is how many people got approval for funding?
Oh, okay, it's fine. I thought they said there were 3 questions.
Yes, these are all 3 questions from
Okay.
one journalist.
All right. And we're not discussing Mzansi Golden Economy today. I thought we'll be very sensitive and respect the subject matter, but it's entirely up to the Minister if he would want to respond to that. Mzansi Golden Economy, it's another program within the department, and if members of the media have interest on this matter, we can reconvene like this and give you a detailed report on Mzansi Golden Economy. Can we proceed? Are there any other questions? None. Okay, SABC.
Sorry, Minister, I also wanted to check. I see that the plan is to still go and consult in those various areas where there are remains, but we know that the NPA has a team, a missing persons task team that is dedicated for years towards this cause. Have you consulted with that task team led by Madeleine Fullard? And what information do you have from that task team before embarking on these various missions without consulting yet with the APA as to what cases that they actually still have pending that they're still looking for as we speak today?
Thank you. Marilyn from the missing persons, please come and assist in responding. Marilyn, please.
Good morning. Yes, the Missing Persons Task Team and the NPA, the National Prosecuting Authority, is a core part of the technical team working on this project. We delegate tasks. We all have areas of expertise, some in research, some in planning the forensic work and the recovery. For example, in Angola, we have worked on compiling a database of 400 names, and we work together with that with Sarah, and we jointly discuss the practicalities of planning the first, what we call phase 2, which is grave mapping, that is going to take place in Angola shortly. And we are beginning the process of consulting with families. We have made contact with about a quarter of the families whose loved ones are believed to have died in Angola. So the program is well advanced, and we are one technical team working together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marlies. I will now take this opportunity and, of course, invite the Minister to come respond to questions directed to him and give us a way forward. And hopefully, after the Minister has spoken, we will then call it off. Thanks, Minister.
Thank you very much. Let me start with a bad one. The journalist that asked about Mzansi golden economy is very lost. There's a time for that. You must read and understand what is the topic. The topic today is a very sensitive matter. It got nothing to do with what he asked. SABC asked a very good question regarding the issue of time frames. We have been instructed by the President to make sure that when our term, the term of the GNU ends, to make sure that we have brought back and brought closure to the families. So for us, it's a race against the clock. We leave no stone unturned. You also further ask, did we go back to the families? We've never left the families for a better explanation. We are constantly speaking to them, getting information. Hence today, we're asking for much more information. Then the families are being kept up to date of what is happening. We also have something called spiritual repatriation, where the families go to the graves or the site where death has happened, and at times they spiritually repatriate the remains of their family members. In Angola, as you've heard, to show you how serious we are, in Angola, we had a place that we couldn't access, places we couldn't access due to landmines. We are now speaking to a company in Australia that has that technology. So we are even willing to go to the extent of going through landmines to retrieve and bring closure to our people. That's how serious we are. Lastly, the question that was asked about the cultural exchange with Zimbabwe, Angola, and those countries that has hosted and cared for our leaders. Our cultural exchange with those countries is not dependent on them having hosted our leaders. We are from, the DM is just from Zimbabwe a week ago, I think, for a program we're working together on. I am going to Angola with the president to go and open a house that used to house our leaders there and turn it into a house for abused women. So our relationship with the countries is sacrosanct. We have a bond with those countries, and it's a bond that we intend to strengthen. Thank you very much. I don't know, is there any other question I left out? Oh, and the last one about Madeline and the Missing Persons Task Team. The Missing Persons Task Team. We don't do this as a department alone. The Department of Justice is part of this. Military veterans is part of this. This is not, look at us, projects. This is our project. We work together. In fact, we are latecomers to this project. The people have been working very hard, like Sarah. All our, I'm a latecomer to this project. I just came to give impetus to it and push. But people have been working, and we are now giving them that support. So, to answer that question, we work in tandem, hand in hand. We sit in one meetings, we discuss, and we do that. In 2010, if I can just add this, in 2010, we brought Troy and Klaas Pienaar from Australia, Khoisan leaders. In 2002, we brought Sarah Bartman from France. And the president felt that we should prioritize all races, because in death we are all the same. Thank you very much. Is there any other question while I'm standing here? Oh, the last one. I want to thank the media for coming. Thank you very much. And we are available for interviews if you want one-on-one interviews with any of the people here that is present. I want to thank everybody that came here today. Thank you. Thank you very much.